Okay, here we go, everybody. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. I almost forgot who I was for a second. What a day, man. Okay, August 7th, 2025, post-market report. Look, guys, we're entering a new age here, and I mean a new age like we've never seen before. It's not a good thing for the United States, honestly, right now. Um, if you thought that, let's say, for example, the data was fake before, and it all was, to the upside, imagine if they reported the real stuff. Um, what we're about to see is going to take on a whole new meaning, or not see. How's that? We're not going to see anything true anymore. I mean, zero truth. I believe most of us here thought maybe the data would become more real when President Trump got the position behind the Resolute desk. I mean, under Biden, it was unbelievably fake. But now, the issue is that even the mainstream media right now is afraid to report even fake numbers to the upside because what happened at the BLS was a sign of what's to come. Now, this just hit another level. Now, I want to talk about that with you guys and girls. I have a lot to cover with you, so sit tight, get comfortable, and let's cut into it. With regard to the market, we finished mixed today. The Nasdaq did put on, I wouldn't say a substantial gain, but a gain nonetheless on the back of President Trump giving pretty much sweeping exemptions to any company, not just domestic, by the way, that is producing chips. A big part of it, as we all know, look, man, this is about optics. It's about propping up the market. It always is. And unfortunately, again, that's why we're not going to get anything done. And it's not just that. It's about the destruction of America. It's about pillaging of America, the greatest wealth transfer effect we've ever seen in the history of the world, right up to the 1 and 2% is via currency devaluation, the Cantillon effect. You will know that. But it's really getting pretty bad. Now, with regard to, let's see, so the Dow finished lower by about 270 points or so. The S&P 500 lower, but just fractionally a gain for the Nasdaq. As I said, dollar flat, 10-year yield flat. This is what happens when you have a mechanism where the Fed's buying it all, and they got the Fed in here the Fed has the Treasury in here with a main line to the Fed buying back their own debt. Now, something else just came up with the government initiating an emergency fund. Well, to do what? To fund itself. We're out of cash, man. We're out of cash. That's a problem. And it's interesting. We're going to cover what's going on with that. Cryptocurrency is higher, gold and silver higher, crude oil under some pressure. Now let's start off with what's happening with regard to the data being fake. This is really, it almost takes the cake. So again, we found out what happened. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported abysmal economic news. And what did President Trump do? He fires the head of the BLS as a sign that if you don't play ball, if you don't keep the narrative, well, you're in a lot of trouble. It's not a good sign in a free society where we're supposed to get, look, we all know the data's fake, but now what we can expect is a whole new realm. So this is a headline from today. Still, keep that word in mind. No sign of rising layoffs and jobless claims. U.S. has a low hire, low fire labor market. Okay. This is what I wrote, and here it is, as expected, more fake, go ahead, make it up stuff. Now, this is what Market Watch said. This is them, this is not me. Just bear with me. So the numbers, businesses aren't hiring many people or creating lots of jobs, but they aren't firing many people either. This is not true. I'm going to prove it to you in a second. Jobs claims show. So right off the bat, things are not doing too well. The businesses aren't hiring, but they're not firing. False. All right. The number of people who applied for unemployment benefits in the 7 days ending August 2nd, keep that date in mind as well, by 7,000 to 226,000. So, okay, fantastic. Government said. Now, Thursday, they remain near the lowest levels of the year. They got to push this stuff because that's not true either. The figures are seasonally adjusted. Now, just 3 days ago, the economic indicators report. Are you ready for it? You know about this already if you subscribe to the Freedom Platform. Link in the description of this video. 3 days ago, the accommodation and food services industry saw the biggest decline in employment last month, followed by mining, company management, support services, educational services, construction, public administration, agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting, professional, scientific, technical service, healthcare, and social assistance. So, 3 days ago, it's just a terrible thing. But today, we're looking okay. This is what I'm talking about. But it gets worse. Just hang on there with me. So what I did for you with this yesterday, I explained to you that there's several standouts here in what I just read to you. I covered this yesterday, so I'm not going to go on about it. But hopefully you do subscribe to the Freedom Platform. You have this and you know what's the situation. It's not a pretty one. Now, this is where this now gets a little bit out of control. So this is today's headline. Fed chief candidate gins up new conspiracy on data quality, this time on GDP. Not just jobs numbers, now it's GDP that they're looking to target. So I wrote at the top, Babylon's new formula, censorship plus manipulation equals a PSYOP. And the PSYOP is on you, MAGA people, on you. Not calling you out, calling you in. I'm still waiting. Take that thumb out of your rectum. This is what's happening. So let's read through this. Lions. President Trump's Fed chief candidate for his number one guy, Kevin Hassett, is now targeting GDP prints. Yes, it's already been faked to the upside, but now Trump's Fed chief candidate, Kevin Hassett, who is now publicly questioning the GDP data's legitimacy, signals a full-scale push to discredit any economic print that doesn't support their agenda. Why now? Because reality is cracking through the illusion. The economy is visibly deteriorating. Sectors are hemorrhaging jobs, which I just told you. Inflation is sticky. They still love that word. Consumer debt is exploding. They're laying the groundwork to blame the bad data instead of bad policy. And simultaneously, this is incredible. You got to give credit where credit's due. This gives them room to inflate GDP numbers later, claim historic growth, and gaslight the public into wherever they want you to go. Babylon's new formula, again, censorship plus, it's censorship, obviously. You got MAGA? MAGA! Are you guys home? Censorship plus manipulation equals a PSYOP. Discredit the negative data, prop up fake positive metrics, attack whistleblowers, control the reporting agencies, install loyalists, mouthpiece spin doctors to engineer public perception. So you know who the mouthpiece spin doctor is? It looks like it's going to be President Trump's new chief of the Federal Reserve. Imagine our shock. Let's move forward. It gets even better. Now, our government is broke, and now they're initiating an emergency liquidity feeding frenzy to fund itself. Headline: the government is making an unprecedented move to fund itself. A record 100 billion auction of 4-week Treasury bills is today. Now, Lions, as I said, it's an emergency feeding frenzy, and the downfall worsens. Lions, epic. Today, an emergency liquidity feeding frenzy, 100 billion in ultra short-term debt equal government is saying we need money right now because we're broke. Who's going to buy? I'm going to give you one guess, and only one. So, who's going to buy all this debt? Who's going to buy it all? Now the buyer of last resort. It's the Federal Reserve. Yeah. Make no mistake, this is desperation being masked. The government must keep refinancing at ever-increasing velocity, and the Fed's going to continue buying it all, and it will worsen from here. You think I'm wrong on that one? Things are going to turn around? It's hidden panic from behind the curtain. Behind the scenes, liquidity demands are surging, while at the same time, liquidity is drying up. Just as we warned would happen, going back as far as you want to go. Lions, tax receipts are falling short. Government spending is off the freaking charts, and the Treasury is trying to avoid having to admit that there's a crisis. The Fed's going to buy it all. All of it. Now, again, it's just another mechanism to make the Fed more powerful, devalue the currency, and keep everything fake. How do you like that? Now, a couple more things. Stock buybacks are surging, and that's why you should be careful in this market. Now, Lions, this is not a bullish sign. It's not a bullish sign. We need to keep our eyes on this. So, Lions, the mechanism in place to keep this market propped up are many, with currency devaluation and artificially suppressed rates leading the way. You all know that. Then we have literally planetary debt expansion, which is inflating stock market multiples. You all know that. We've covered it a million times. Now, with stock buybacks, pay attention to this part. You're going to love it. Let's break it down. Stock buybacks are surging, bearish, not bullish. Corporations are now the largest net buyers of stock. Corporations are now the largest net buyers of the stock market. Think about that for a second. If these buybacks pause or even reverse, liquidity vanishes and the floor drops out from under the market. This is not the regular guy, the regular girl. It's just fake, like everything else. Buybacks are a mirage in a hashtag fake market. Sound about right to you? All this stuff, every bit of it right here is in your inbox. Again, if you sub to the Freedom Platform. Last thing, Lions. This is what I'm going to start doing. In fact, I started doing it today, and there's already something available for you. FYI, again, in your inbox if you sub to the Freedom Platform. And this is for you guys, Freedom Platform. U.S. small businesses discount for the Lions. So, Lions, I am planning on reaching out to small businesses across America. I'm going to make personal phone calls over the next few weeks. It already started today, and we already got a post. You didn't see it, unfortunately, if you don't belong to the Freedom Platform, but you got a discount, a 50% discount somebody offered for the Lions that sub to the Freedom Platform. So I am planning on reaching out to small businesses across America over the next few weeks and asking them if they will be willing to offer a discount to anyone mentioning the Freedom Platform. Perhaps I'll even send out discount coupons for those who subscribe to the Freedom Platform to support small businesses. Lions, stop feeding the beast. Support small businesses. Even if you don't get a discount from the Freedom Platform, support small businesses. Now, just so you know as well, I am working on many other projects with this platform support. Food drives, community activities, outreaches, and all kinds of things like that, funded by the platform. No extra cash out of your pocket. You belong to the Freedom Platform. You made your initial investment, and now you're earning free subscriptions for life. Your initial investment is going to work to support all kinds of things. And it's a beautiful thing we're building over there, honestly. So, again, another reason, if you feel like it, of course, joining the Freedom Platform, I will be reaching out to businesses personally, tell them who I am, what I'm looking to do here, and see if they'll offer discounts to U.S. small businesses. Stop with the big retail crap, okay? If you have to pay a little more, now I'm going to make sure you get a discount. You got to support your community, people. You want to support Babylon? Is that really what you want to do? Because that's how you're going to make America great again, really? Honestly, no. We have to start with the currency, number one. We need to return purchasing power to the currency, period, the freaking end. If we did that, consumers would start consuming, leading to number two. If consumers start consuming, our factories would start producing, leading to number three. Our factories would wake up, and then we could turn this whole thing around. You got to build this from the ground up, not from the top down. Top down is the trickle down effect, like urine running down your face. Yeah, that's all you're getting from the situation that we're in. And on top of that, you're getting fakery across the board. Is this what you voted for, MAGA people? Is this it? Fakery across the board. We knew the data was fake, but did you see firings on the back of bad economic news? Did you see now this new guy who's probably going to be running the Fed, saying the GDP numbers are, well, they're not fake enough. We're negative. We're not positive at all with regard to we're a zombie. America is a zombie, meaning we're consuming and we're not producing. Period, the freaking end. Where's proof of that? Oh, we're importing less and we're exporting even less than that. We're done. America's finished. We have a bunch of freaks running the show who have no idea what they're doing. Again, President Trump is not a businessman. For those who think he is, he's a businessman. No, he's not. He's a real estate investor. Probably one of the best in our era. We'll give him that. But the man cannot run a business. He has no idea how to run a business. He couldn't run not one, not two, but 3 casinos. Rigged the games. All of them went under with his watch. He's not a businessman. He does not understand economics. He does not understand finance. Henceforth, why you are in the situation you're in now. You think it's going to get any better? No. All President Trump is concerned with is fostering the greatest wealth transfer the world has ever seen, right up to the 1 and 2%ers. They're pillaging our nation, pillaging it, and they're using you to finance it. How does it feel? You love them all so much, the 1 and 2%ers, that you want to make them even richer than they are? If that's not what you want, MAGA people, well, speak out. Take the thumb, both your thumbs, out of your rectum and start taking action. Join the pride. Join us. Love you guys, and I really hope to see you over on the Freedom Platform. I got so much stuff going on for you guys. Come on, man. Really, you still can't do it? You're still resisting? You're resisting and not doing it, even with 7 days free? Take me up on that. Link in the description of this video. 7 freaking free days, full access. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. You guys can go stay right here. But I'm going to let you know a little secret. You see these videos? They're not going to be here forever. Nope, not doing it. I want out of here. You don't like the commercials. I don't like the censorship. I don't like the AI screening for these videos, and your comments that half the time don't show up. And when I answer them, those comments don't show up either. The bots, the scammers. This is what you want. This is freedom. This is your definition of freedom. You're in the wrong place. I'm telling you right now. You might as well unsubscribe from this too. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I really hope to see you guys over on the Freedom Platform, where we're actually building something. We're building something together. Love you guys. I won't see you in the morning if you don't subscribe to the Freedom Platform, because those videos are now exclusive to the Freedom Platform. But I will see you tomorrow night. I'm going to keep this going for now. Don't count on it staying here. Okay, so let's do this. Get yourself over there, all right? As I said, take me up on my 7-day free trial, and I think you're going to like it. Love you guys. See you.